Have you noticed that your once perfect hairstyle just doesn't work anymore? The mirror becomes less friendly, styling takes longer, and somehow that perfect look stays out of reach. You're not alone. After 60, our hair changes dramatically, becoming thinner, drier, and often grayer. Yet, most women still use the same styling approaches they've relied on for decades. Today, I'll share the 10 most common hair mistakes I've seen women over 60 make, along with the simple solutions that have transformed my clients' confidence. Take Martha, my 72-year-old client, who cried tears of joy when she finally recognized herself in the mirror again. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video. It helps me keep sharing more important lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you enjoy this video, please comment 1. If you don't, comment 0 so I know how to improve. Now, let's get started. 1. Ignoring hair thinning. Hair thinning after 60 is not just a cosmetic issue, it's an emotional one. Many women wake up one day and realize their once thick, voluminous hair is now noticeably finer, flatter, and less cooperative. It's a reality that catches many off guard, leaving them frustrated, self-conscious, and unsure of how to handle the changes. The truth is, this isn't just in your head, it's biology at work. As estrogen levels decline after menopause, hair follicles shrink, producing strands that are finer than before. The natural hair growth cycle also shortens, meaning fewer new hairs replace the ones that fall out. To make matters worse, scalp circulation decreases with age, further reducing the nutrients and oxygen reaching your follicles. These combined factors lead to an unavoidable truth: hair thinning is a normal part of aging. However, that doesn't mean you have to accept lifeless, limp hair without a fight. The right strategies can make a dramatic difference. First, choosing the right haircut is key. A layered cut, especially one that falls just below the chin, can create the illusion of fuller, thicker hair by adding movement and lift. Avoid long, heavy styles that pull hair down, making thinning even more obvious. Second, using the right volumizing products can breathe life back into your hair. Many women unknowingly use heavy conditioners and styling creams that weigh their hair down instead of lifting it up. Instead, opt for lightweight foams and mousses that provide root lift without buildup. Finally, supporting hair growth from within can help slow the progression of thinning. A diet rich in protein, biotin, and vitamin D can provide essential nutrients for stronger, healthier hair. Supplements, when approved by a doctor, may also improve hair density over time. The most important thing to remember is that thinning hair does not define you. It's simply a part of the aging process, one that can be managed with the right approach. Just like Margaret, a retired school principal who had withdrawn from social life due to her hair loss, the right haircut, products, and nutrition plan can help restore not just your hair's fullness, but your confidence. It's never too late to love your hair again. 2. Holding on to outdated hairstyles. Holding on to an outdated hairstyle can age you more than the passing years themselves. It's completely understandable why many women over 60 hesitate to change their look. Hairstyles are deeply tied to memories, confidence, and personal identity. The Dorothy Hamill wedge, the feathered Farrah Fawcett layers, or the voluminous perms of the 80s all mark significant moments in a woman's life. Maybe it was the style you wore when you felt most beautiful, when you landed your dream job, or when your partner first fell in love with you. But while these styles may have suited you perfectly in the past, they might now be working against you, making your face appear older and your styling routine more frustrating than it needs to be. The warning signs are subtle but telling. If your hair takes longer to style but never quite looks right, if you're relying on excessive product just to achieve the same effect, or if your style falls flat and lifeless despite your best efforts, it may be time for a change. The solution isn't a drastic transformation but a thoughtful update that enhances your natural beauty while keeping you comfortable in your own skin. Modern hairstyles for mature women focus on softness, movement, and ease. Strategic layers, face-framing cuts, and subtle volume create a more youthful and effortless look. Rigid, helmet-like styles that require heavy spraying and teasing should be left in the past, as they can make hair appear stiff and unnatural. A perfect example is Barbara, a 68-year-old retired nurse who clung to the same tight curly perm she had worn since 1986. Though she feared change, she agreed to try a softer, looser wave with face-framing layers. The result? A refreshed look that still felt like her, but better. 2 weeks later, her husband called the salon to say she looked 15 years younger, but more importantly, she was smiling at herself in the mirror again. The right hairstyle doesn't erase your age. It embraces it while allowing you to feel confident, vibrant, and stylish in the present moment. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for taking the time to watch. 3. Overlooking hair color changes. Overlooking hair color changes can be one of the most aging mistakes a woman over 60 can make. As we age, our hair naturally loses melanin, the pigment responsible for its color, leading to the gradual transition into gray or silver. But this isn't just a color shift, it's a complete transformation in texture as well. Gray hair often becomes coarser, wirier, or even more translucent, making it more challenging to manage. Many women make the mistake of fighting this change by sticking with the same dark shade they wore in their 30s or 40s, unaware that it now creates an unflattering contrast against their softening skin tone. A solid, deep brown or black that once looked rich and elegant can now appear harsh, emphasizing fine lines and washing out natural radiance. Another common mistake is incorrect gray maintenance. Using the wrong toning products can leave hair with an unnatural blue or purple hue, while failing to blend gray growth properly results in an obvious skunk line that immediately ages the face. The solution isn't to cover gray completely but to embrace a more flattering, natural transition. Modern coloring techniques like gray blending, baby lights, or hand-painted balayage create dimension and softness, allowing hair to grow out gracefully with less maintenance. Choosing the right tone is also essential. Women with warm skin tones should consider golden blondes, warm caramels, or soft auburn shades, while those with cooler undertones look best with ash blondes, cool brunettes, or platinum silvers. A perfect example is Janet, a 71-year-old retired attorney who had been box dyeing her hair the same dark brown shade for over 25 years. She admitted it was the color her husband always remembered, even though he had passed years earlier. When she transitioned to a dimensional silver blonde, her entire face brightened, and she felt like herself again. The goal isn't to look younger, but to look well-maintained, confident, and vibrant. When done correctly, the right hair color enhances natural beauty, softens facial features, and creates a polished, effortless look that allows a woman to shine at any age. 4. Using the wrong hair products. Using the wrong hair products is one of the biggest mistakes women over 60 make without realizing it. The products that once worked perfectly in your 30s, 40s, or even 50s may now be sabotaging your hair. The reason? Aging hair undergoes major changes at the molecular level. As estrogen levels decline, the scalp produces less sebum, the natural oil that keeps hair soft and hydrated. At the same time, individual hair strands become finer, more porous, and prone to dryness. Many women instinctively reach for rich, heavy conditioners, or oil-based treatments to combat dryness, only to find their hair looking limp, greasy, or weighed down within hours. Others continue using sulfate-based shampoos, unaware that these harsh detergents strip away the little natural moisture their hair still has. Even well-intentioned 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner products can leave a waxy buildup, making hair feel perpetually dull and lifeless. The key to maintaining healthy, voluminous hair after 60 is choosing lightweight, nourishing products specifically formulated for aging hair. Sulfate-free shampoos cleanse without stripping moisture, while volumizing conditioners provide hydration without heaviness. Instead of thick styling creams that flatten fine strands, opt for alcohol-free mousses or lightweight spray gels that add lift at the roots. Avoiding heavy silicones, synthetic fragrances, and dimethicone-based serums is also crucial, as these ingredients can create buildup that suffocates the hair shaft. A great example is Susan, a 67-year-old client who had been struggling with limp, lifeless hair despite using deep conditioning masks and thick creams daily. When we switched her to a clarifying shampoo once a week, a lightweight volumizing conditioner, and a mousse for styling, the transformation was almost immediate. Within 2 weeks, she excitedly reported that her natural waves had returned, and her daughter even asked if she had gotten a perm. The right products don't just improve the way your hair looks, they restore its natural bounce, movement, and health. By choosing formulas that cater to mature hair's unique needs, you can enjoy a fresh, vibrant look that enhances your confidence at any age. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Skipping regular trims. Skipping regular trims is one of the most common yet damaging mistakes women over 60 make when it comes to hair care. Many believe that avoiding haircuts will help them grow longer, thicker hair, but the truth is quite the opposite. As hair ages, it grows more slowly, about 10% slower than it did in your 40s, while the ends become more fragile and prone to splitting. Without regular trims, those split ends continue to travel up the hair shaft, leading to frizz, breakage, and an overall thinning effect. Over time, this not only makes hair look more lifeless but also reduces its actual length and volume. Many women put off trims because they fear losing too much hair, but when done correctly, routine trims help preserve length while keeping hair healthier and more manageable. Untrimmed ends can make styling a frustrating battle, causing hair to appear shapeless and requiring twice as much time to achieve a polished look. Instead of waiting months or even years between haircuts, consider a strategic trim schedule based on your hairstyle. Short, precise cuts should be maintained every 4 to 6 weeks to keep their crisp shape, while shoulder-length styles benefit from trims every 8 weeks. For longer hair, a trim every 10 to 12 weeks helps maintain thickness and prevents wispy, thinning ends. If budget concerns make frequent salon visits difficult, consider alternative options like in-between mini trims, discounted beauty school appointments, or scheduling cuts on slower salon days for better pricing. One of my clients, Patricia, a 73-year-old retired teacher, came to me after avoiding haircuts for over a year. Her hair had become thin, dry, and difficult to style. We started with a conservative half-inch trim and set up a regular 10-week schedule. After just a few months, her daughter noticed a significant improvement, even bringing flowers to celebrate her mother's newfound confidence. The truth is, trimming your hair isn't about losing length, it's about maintaining health, shape, and volume. Regular trims allow your hair to stay fresh, lively, and easy to manage, ensuring you always look your best at any age. 6. Overusing heat styling tools. Overusing heat styling tools is one of the quickest ways to damage aging hair, yet many women over 60 continue to rely on curling irons, flat irons, and blow dryers without realizing the harm they're causing. While heat styling may have been harmless in earlier years, mature hair is far more vulnerable to damage. As estrogen levels decline, hair becomes drier, finer, and less resilient, meaning high temperatures strip away the already limited moisture, making strands brittle and prone to breakage. Many women notice their hair becoming frizzier, rougher, and harder to style, unaware that excessive heat is the culprit. Split ends that seem to appear no matter how often they're trimmed, baby hairs around the hairline that never seem to grow out, and increased breakage when brushing are all signs of heat damage. The solution isn't to give up styling altogether, but to use heat more strategically and embrace alternative techniques that create volume and movement without harming the hair. Instead of daily heat styling, limit hot tool use to once a week and always apply a heat protectant before styling. When using a curling or flat iron, keep the temperature below 300 degrees Fahrenheit to prevent burning fragile strands. For a healthier approach, air drying is a great alternative, especially when combined with lightweight volumizing mousse to add body and lift. Women with short styles can use their fingers to shape hair while it dries, while those with longer hair can create waves by braiding damp strands overnight. Large, self-grip rollers can also add volume without heat, giving hair a natural bounce. One of my clients, Ellen, a 66-year-old who had flat-ironed her hair daily for decades, was skeptical about reducing her heat usage. But after following a heat detox and limiting styling to once a week, she was amazed at the difference. Within 8 weeks, her new hair growth was noticeably healthier, and she even saved 20 minutes in her morning routine. "I never knew my natural texture could look so good," she told me. By using heat wisely and incorporating gentler styling techniques, women over 60 can maintain healthier, stronger, and more vibrant hair. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 7. Ignoring natural growth patterns. Ignoring your natural hair growth patterns is a common mistake that makes styling more difficult and frustrating than it needs to be, especially for women over 60. Many women spend years, sometimes decades, fighting against the way their hair naturally falls, using excessive heat, heavy products, and endless brushing in an attempt to force it into a style that simply doesn't suit its natural movement. However, as hair becomes finer and less dense with age, it becomes even more resistant to artificial styling and more prone to returning to its natural direction throughout the day. Instead of working against your hair, embracing its natural growth pattern can make styling easier, faster, and more flattering. The first step is to identify your hair's natural tendencies. After washing, let your hair air dry without touching it and observe how it naturally falls. Notice where your hair parts on its own, which way it sweeps across your forehead, and whether certain sections have more volume or lie flatter. Once you understand your hair's natural movement, you can work with it instead of against it. If you have a stubborn cowlick, ask your stylist to cut that section slightly longer so it has more weight and control. If your natural part has shifted with age, adjusting your style to follow it can create a more effortless, voluminous look rather than fighting to keep an outdated parting. Women with widow's peaks often struggle with blunt bangs that don't sit right. Instead, side-swept bangs that follow the natural direction of growth will be far easier to manage and more flattering. Dorothy, a 78-year-old former flight attendant, spent years trying to force a center part because she believed it made her face look more symmetrical. When we finally embraced her natural deep side part and adjusted her cut accordingly, she was stunned. "I've spent over 50 years fighting my hair," she laughed. "Who knew surrendering could be so liberating?" By understanding and respecting your natural growth patterns, you can create a hairstyle that not only looks great but also saves you time and frustration, making daily styling effortless and enjoyable. 8. Not considering face shape. Not considering your face shape when choosing a hairstyle is a mistake that can make you look older or emphasize features you'd rather soften. As we age, our facial contours naturally shift, cheeks lose fullness, jawlines may soften, and features can become more pronounced. The hairstyle that suited you perfectly in your 30s or 40s may no longer be the most flattering choice in your 60s and beyond. The key to a truly flattering haircut is balance. The right cut enhances your best features while subtly minimizing areas you may feel self-conscious about. To find your ideal style, start by determining your face shape. Pull your hair back and observe the outline of your face in the mirror. Is it round, oval, heart-shaped, or square? Each face shape has styles that complement its unique structure. Round faces benefit from added height at the crown and layers that fall below the chin, elongating the face. Heart-shaped faces look best with side-swept bangs and volume around the jawline to balance a narrower chin. Square faces are softened by layers that start at the cheekbones, creating movement around a stronger jawline. Women with long faces can achieve better proportion by adding bangs or creating width with soft waves at the sides. Choosing the right length is also essential. For most women over 60, hairstyles that fall between the chin and shoulders tend to be the most universally flattering. Harsh, blunt cuts can look severe, while overly long hair can drag the face down. Side parts create asymmetry that slims wider faces, while face framing layers can soften angular features. Catherine, a 69-year-old woman with a heart-shaped face, had worn the same blunt shoulder-length cut for decades. When we introduced soft layers, side-swept bangs, and added volume at the jawline, the transformation was immediate. My daughter asked if I'd had work done. She laughed. A well-chosen hairstyle doesn't erase age but enhances your natural beauty, making you look vibrant and well-balanced. By selecting a cut that complements your face shape, you can highlight your best features while maintaining a modern, sophisticated look that reflects your confidence and style. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment 5 below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 9. Wearing hair too tight. Wearing your hair too tight may seem like a simple styling choice, but it can cause lasting damage, especially for women over 60. Many women rely on sleek ponytails, buns, or pulled-back styles for convenience, not realizing that constant tension on the scalp can lead to traction alopecia, a form of hair loss caused by repeated pulling on the hair follicles. Unlike age-related thinning, which occurs naturally over time, traction alopecia often creates specific patterns of hair loss, particularly along the hairline, temples, and behind the ears. The problem is that mature hair is already more fragile due to hormonal changes, and once follicles are damaged, they may never fully recover. The warning signs are easy to overlook at first: mild scalp soreness, tiny bumps along the hairline, or headaches after wearing certain styles. Over time, hair may begin to recede at the temples, or broken strands around the face can make hair appear thinner than it really is. The good news is that traction-related hair loss is preventable with a few simple adjustments. Instead of tight styles, opt for looser alternatives that distribute tension more evenly. Soft, low buns secured with open pins instead of tight elastics reduce strain on the scalp while maintaining elegance. Loose braids are another great option, adding sophistication without pulling on delicate hair follicles. Swapping traditional elastics for fabric-covered hair ties or silk scrunchies can also minimize breakage. For those who prefer an updo, using a wide-toothed comb instead of a stiff brush can help secure the style without excessive tugging. Even at night, how you wear your hair matters. A loose braid or ponytail with a soft scrunchie can prevent friction-related damage while you sleep, and a silk pillowcase can help preserve hair's health by reducing breakage. Jennifer, a 74-year-old former executive, was shocked to learn that her habit of wearing a tight bun for decades had contributed to the noticeable thinning at her temples. After transitioning to gentler styles, she saw fine new growth appear within 4 months. "Such a simple change made such a difference," she said. Protecting your hair by avoiding excessive tension ensures it stays healthier, fuller, and more resilient as you age. 10. Forgetting the power of accessories. Forgetting the power of accessories is a missed opportunity for many women over 60 who want to elevate their hairstyle effortlessly. Hair accessories are not just decorative extras, they are powerful tools that can transform the way you feel about your hair and yourself. The right clip, scarf, or headband can take an ordinary hairstyle and make it look polished, intentional, and sophisticated. Many women overlook accessories, thinking they are only for younger people, but in reality, they can be a game changer for mature women who want to enhance their style without drastic changes. Beyond aesthetics, accessories offer practical solutions to common hair concerns. A strategically placed clip can help disguise thinning areas at the temples, while a beautiful silk scarf can elegantly cover roots if you're growing out gray or transitioning to a new color. For those struggling with flyaways or fine hair that won't hold volume, a delicate headband or decorative bobby pins can provide structure and style while keeping hair in place. Accessories are also a great option for women who don't want to rely on excessive styling products or heat tools. On days when your hair isn't cooperating, a simple yet elegant accessory can make all the difference. Choosing the right accessories depends on the occasion. For professional or formal settings, opt for subtle tortoiseshell clips, minimalist combs, or slender metallic headbands that add polish without appearing overdone. For casual outings, colorful scarves, decorative bobby pins, or soft fabric-covered headbands can add a playful yet sophisticated touch. And for women with thinning or delicate hair, wide, fabric-covered bands provide a gentle hold without causing breakage. A perfect example is Diane, a 76-year-old former art professor who embraced accessories in an inspiring way. After experiencing hair loss from chemotherapy, she began collecting vibrant silk scarves, tying them in stylish ways that became part of her signature look. As her hair grew back, she continued using them, blending them seamlessly into her evolving style. "People stopped noticing my thin spots and started complimenting my confidence," she shared. Accessories are not just about appearance, they are about expression, creativity, and celebrating your beauty at any age. Aging is not about clinging to the past, it's about evolving with grace, making adjustments that honor who you are today. Just as hair needs new care as it changes with time, so do our lives, habits, and mindsets. Holding onto outdated routines, whether in appearance or in thinking, can keep us stuck in an identity that no longer serves us. Growth comes from embracing change, not resisting it. Just like the right hairstyle enhances natural beauty, the right mindset enhances the richness of life. Letting go of what no longer fits, whether it's an old way of styling hair, outdated beliefs, or relationships that drain us, creates space for renewal. Taking care of yourself, from your hair to your health, is an act of self-respect, not vanity. Every stage of life has its own beauty, and the key is to adapt, refine, and celebrate who you are in this moment. Your confidence, wisdom, and presence are what make you truly beautiful. Instead of mourning what has changed, embrace what still shines within you. The goal is not to look younger, but to feel alive, vibrant, and at peace with the person you are today.